about 6 a.m. and it's still pretty damn dark. It's just starting to lighten up in the sky here, but still pretty dark in the bush. So I'm gonna pick my way slowly through here and go for a good hike. Go for a good hike and check out, do a little bit of searching for some deer and bears maybe. Bears might be denned up now. It's finally starting to get a little bit cooler, but anyways, we'll do a little scouting around here for the day. And who knows? Get into some interesting shit. We might spend the night. We'll see what happens. We got all our gear, so if we need to, we can spend the night. Anyways, I'm gonna go real slow here, and I don't want to get myself into trouble. I should have probably waited another hour, but you know me, I'm pretty anxious to get out in the woods. So we're kind of heading in. There's a nice draw back in there, and I've seen lots of deer in there in the past, and there's elk in there, so that's probably where we're gonna head. It's probably a good hour and a half hike in, so I'll get some more footage once it gets daylight. All right, well, finally got light enough in the timber here that I can do a little bit of filming. And I'm on a pretty good game trail here. I'm just going to get back over to the edge. Here. Hang on, people. So yeah, I hope everybody had a good Christmas and a good New Year's and all that good stuff. Back to the reality of everyday life. Man, this is beautiful country in here, isn't it? So that's kind of the draw I came up. As you can see, there's a real nice creek down there, and I don't know if you can see this game trail here. It's a really good game trail, and I've seen lots of deer in here in the past, and some elk in here as well. And elk here on the island where I live are limited entry, so you got to put in a draw for them, and it's like winning the lottery to get one. But deer, there's usually lots of deer in here. You can see this is rugged country, man. And this is kind of, there's that creek down there. So anyways, I came up that draw and then up into this timber patch. And yeah, just looking around. But I haven't seen a damn deer since I've been here, which is crazy. Usually they're all through here, but I haven't seen anything. Well, that's kind of odd. To not see deer here. I'm just gonna stop here for half a second and turn the camera around here. There we go. So yeah, I haven't seen a deer. Haven't heard a deer. And you'd think coming up here in the break of daylight that you would, right? But nothing. I had a couple of subscribers email me. Sent me a couple emails, and they were asking me about some of my experiences in the bush, in the wilderness and whatnot. I said in some of my videos I've had some pretty crazy experiences out in the wilderness, and I have over the years. And sorry, Remember I said in one of my videos that you just get a, I have had it before where you just get a uneasy feeling. Um, like a bit of an uneasy feeling of your surroundings. I kind of got that right now. Just like feel, I don't know, kind of weird, hard to explain. Almost like butterflies in the stomach, like nervousness. I don't get scared, and I've never been scared in the wilderness, out in the woods. That's where I feel most at home. I feel very comfortable. I'm never scared, but I have been uneasy at times. I was looking at these massive trees here. This is all second growth timber. Um, yeah, I never get scared, but I felt uneasy, and I like just like, hey, dude, pay attention to what's going on, because yeah, weird. And usually it's like when there's an animal around. So that's kind of what I was getting at. Um, was some of my experiences. Oh, I can take a break here for a minute. Some of my experiences, I've had like pretty crazy encounters with grizzlies. That's kind of been my worst. My hunting partners joke about it. They're like, everywhere you go, the grizzlies follow. And I've had some pretty damn crazy experiences. Um, 3 times now. I've had 5 encounters, very close, scary encounters with grizzlies, and 3 times now that I've almost lost my life. And the one time, well, twice. I'm sorry, twice. I was within, like, the grizzlies charged me, and they were within 10 feet of me. Um, they're fast, right? And those 2 occasions, yeah, I spotted them further distance. But man, by the time you can reach for your bear spray or your gun or whatever you're doing, they're on you. They're fucking fast. Let me tell you. If you guys haven't seen a grizzly, um, if you guys haven't seen a grizzly running wide open, they run faster uphill than they do downhill, and they'll do 30 miles an hour at full speed at a charge. Anyways, I had these occasions, um, 3 times, where it was just like so close to death. Um, I thought for sure I was done. Anyways, had a few experiences with grizzlies. Got charged once by a black bear, and I don't know, it wasn't as frightening. Grizzlies just have I have more. I'm more concerned for grizzlies. Again, I don't fear them. I respect them. They're a hell of a predator. But look at that view down there, man. They're a hell of a predator, but they're dangerous. They're a killing machine, right? I said it before. What other animal out there on the planet? I don't know. I don't know because I'm not a biologist. But what other animals out there on the planet will eat their young? Right? A boar grizzly, a male grizzly, will eat its offspring. Like, just because survival, right? Like, that's fucked. But anyways, had my encounters. I've had some strange ass sightings. I've had some strange ass sounds, tree knocks, some real odd shit over the years. Over, man, I can't believe it's like close to 40 years. 35 years hard, solid, like go like mad out in the wilderness, hunting and hiking and yeah, like fishing, everything. Just you know, 35 years of just giving her hell. And yeah, I've had some pretty strange shit happen to me. So I always try to be really aware of what the hell is going on around me. Quite a logjam down there in the river. Anyhow, yeah, and then I mentioned I did a little post after my wife and I did our outing up at our cabin. I did a little post of I gotta hike up here. I did a little post of on YouTube. I just wrote it out or whatever. But that lake that I said that we went fishing into, um, little lake up there. It's fair ways from our cabin. And anyways, my wife and I were in there in the spring, and we'd hiked in, and there's a canoe there, so we went. We are gonna go out on the canoe and go fishing for a couple hours, and we just got to the canoe, and we heard like across the lake, and I mean this is like remote lake. There's nothing and nobody for miles and miles and miles around there. It's a 2-hour hike from the end of the road into the lake. So, anyways, there was nobody there or whatever, and we hear we're at the canoe and we hear whack, whack, whack. You know, maybe a second or two pause in between these tree knocks. And I'm telling you, it sounded like somebody had a 6-foot log, a 1.5-foot diameter log, and was hammering it against a big tree. And it just vibrated. It was loud, but it vibrated, it was just like shattering bang. And it was across the lake and not far off the lake shore. And I just went, oh, Jesus. I was like, holy fuck. You know, I didn't really give too much emotion for my wife's sake, but you know, my wife was like, what the hell was that? And you know, I kind of looked at her and sorry, you know, it's the type of person I am. You ask me a question, I'm going to give you an answer. If I know it for a fact, I'll give you the factual answer. If I don't know the answer for a fact, I'll give you my opinion. If you ask me a question, I'm going to give you my opinion, and I'm going to give you my answer, and I'm going to be honest about it. That's just the way I roll. Fuck me. Sorry, guys. I just like feel super like tense right now, and I don't know why. Anyways, I'm gonna keep looking around. Sorry, I'm not looking at you. Anyways, I said, she's like, what the hell was that? Or what the fuck was that? And I'm like, well, my dear, I can tell you what it wasn't. It wasn't a moose because there's no moose on Vancouver Island. Moose will bang their horns on trees. But I said it wasn't a moose because we don't have any here. And it wasn't a bear, it wasn't a deer, and it wasn't an elk. And I really don't think it was a person because there's nobody out here. And she's like, well, what does that mean? And I said, well, that's what I think. That's what I know. I know what it wasn't. What it was, I can't answer that for sure. But we all have our different beliefs. We all have our different thoughts. And yeah, I don't know for certain what it was. As you guys know, no secret, I am a believer in Sasquatch, Bigfoot. I know for a damn fact that they used to exist. Don't know if they still do, but and I don't know if that's what that was. I'm not saying that's what it was. What I am saying is I don't know what the hell it was, but it was enough to make me get the fuck out of there. Oh. So, anyways, some pretty weird, crazy experiences over the years, but some awesome experiences as well. So. This is beautiful too. Beautiful bush in through here, but it's steep, man. Oh, but that's why the oh, sorry about that, guys. That's why the deer love it in here. Or I shouldn't say they do love it because I haven't seen a fucking thing, but they used to love it in here. And they like this steep sort of open country, eh? That's what they like. And rugged going for an old guy like me, but. And I haven't seen one yet. Well, I've been in here before. There used to be a couple of bear dens and that might be one over there. There used to be some bear or wolf dens in some stumps here, in these big old cedar stumps. And if I find one, if I find one, I will point it out to you. Started off as a nice morning and then it turned to shit. It got cold and started raining, and I saw the tops of the mountains here. There's snow just above me, so there's snow just above me, and yeah, it's cooled off, but it did stop raining, thank God. Oh man, you can see the river down there. Excuse me, at the very bottom, and we're almost at the top here. I don't know what's going on. That's all right. Never a bad day for a hike, right? What the hell? What in the fuck is that? That's a damn carcass. You look at that. I've never fucking seen anything like that before in my life. Holy shit. That is fucking beyond weird, man. What in the fuck kind of animal is that? Can you guys see that? I'm gonna zoom back out. That is fucking, pardon my language, that is 10 feet up that huge, big old fir tree. Oh shit. Holy cow. I gotta try. Oh, Jesus Christ. Sorry, you guys. I gotta try to get through this little. Man. That is. Fuck, I don't even know what that is. Is that a deer? Jesus. And look at the. I don't know if you can see that or not. I'll try to zoom in here. It's steep as shit right here. Its head is gone, and its front shoulders. So there's a rib cage, a spine, and freaking back legs. Okay, now I'm fucking really not feeling good here. I don't even know what that is. It doesn't look like a deer to me, but it could be. No head, and I am telling you, man, like, I'm gonna see if I can set this camera up. I don't know if you guys can see me or not, but I set the camera up. I want to try to show you. Like, can you guys see me there? Okay, remember I'm 6'3". Okay, I can't even reach that from here. Fuck. I don't know. I don't know if it's got to be a deer carcass. No wonder I freaking felt uneasy here. Well, I'll tell you something. I just said to you, I've been out in the bush for 35 years. And I'm gonna freaking hide out by this big fucking tree. I've been out in the bush for 35 freaking years, and I have never, ever seen anything like that. Ever. Like, I have seen carcasses, yeah, deer carcasses, whatever, on the ground that wolves have gotten, grizzlies have gotten. I've seen moose carcasses, but I've never seen a freaking carcass stuck into a branch 10 feet up a tree. I got good video of that, and I'm going to take a couple pictures, and then I'm getting the hell out of here. But because I don't know what it is, it's got to be a deer. I've never seen a cougar carcass, not a bear or anything. The back legs are weird. So I've got a friend of mine, my good buddy. His daughter's a like biologist of some sort, and she actually she did her like bachelor's or whatever on cougars. She studied cougars in Alberta, so I'm gonna maybe show him this picture or something and get her to, maybe he can send it to her. And um, I don't know what. I'm gonna get out of here. I'm fascinated, yet I'm like, I just said I'm never scared in the bush. I'm not scared, but I'm kind of like, that is freaking bizarre. Like, that is a big, big, big tree. That thing is 150 feet tall. Yeah, let's time to get out of here. No wonder there's no fucking deer around here, eh? Well, this trip might end a little shorter than expected. I don't like hanging around when I know there's something haywire. So I'm gonna turn the camera off here, and we'll catch up in a bit. Okay, well, I got out of that area quickly, and probably a few kilometers from there now. And I gotta tell you, that was freaking weird. That was a little eerie. No, that was a lot eerie. I kind of planned on today spending a bit of time and showing you guys. Um, I was gonna. Sorry, I'm still like trying to like listen for everything and look at everything. And anyways, I was gonna show everybody just some sort of skills that I've picked up um, for when you're out in the bush. How to set, or how I set my snares for snaring or rabbits and squirrels or whatever. How I set snares, what I use for my snare wire. I've got everything with me. I got my pack, right? Never leave home without it. Um, and I was gonna show you how I build a figure four deadfall. Deadfall traps can be really effective for like squirrels and stuff. And if you ever did get lost out in the woods with almost nothing, no kind of weapon, or say you didn't have snare wire and you were truly lost, well, you got to get some kind of food at some point in time, right? And something like a figure four deadfall is just wicked for um god damn it, my mind is like going a million miles a minute. A figure four deadfall can be built with basically just a knife. A lot of you probably are familiar with them. Same as like a Paiute deadfall or a split stick deadfall. I prefer the figure four. Um, and they work great. Figure four are great for like squirrels. smaller animals like that. You know, you can set them up pretty easily. And mice. I'm not a big fan eating frickin' mice. I know a squirrel's kind of a rodent too, or is a rodent, but anyways, it'll get you food, right? Um, and then I was gonna also show you like one of my favorite sort of trapping methods or um, things used for trapping is called a an L7 um, an L7 trigger mechanism, and you just it's carved out of wood. And you can use an L7 on a snare, and what an L7 will do is if you got a sapling around you, I'll show it to you. I'm not going to do it today because I'm actually going to probably get the hell out of here, like right out of this area for now, just till my mind sort of gets grounded again. Usually my mind gets grounded when I'm out in the woods, but right now it's not. So an L7 can be used like it's a trigger mechanism. It can be used for fishing, in fishing, for snares, and it once something pulls on it, it springs up. Again, a bunch of you are probably familiar with it. So the L7 is a great setup for trapping and whatnot. And that was kind of my intent for today, was to show you guys a bunch of that kind of stuff, building a bunch of those, and I'm gonna do it. It's just not gonna be right now. Well, maybe we got a few hours to get the hell out of here, and I think I'll do it another day. My head's not in the game. Tell you something, it's not. I'm gonna say it's not every day. It's not ever that you're walking through the woods and you see a goddamn carcass hanging in the tree, like stuck on a branch. That's bizarre. I'm gonna send that to a few people. I'm gonna send that to a few people. I'm gonna send that to. I don't know if any of you guys at all follow howtohunt.com, how to hunt on YouTube. Steve Isdall. I'm gonna send that. I'm gonna email that to Steve. Picture of that because he's a ex hunting guide his whole life, big time mountain man, bush man, and he's seen some shit. And get his take on that. He lives here too, so see what you think of that one, Steve. Anyways, I'm gonna send that to Steve, and yeah, Steve's been doing some pretty cool stuff here lately with you hear that wind howling. Steve's had some pretty good back and forth with Dr. Melva Ketchum, and anybody that wants to check that stuff out, I think I mentioned it in one of the other videos, the genome project, the DNA study and whatnot, and I read the entire thing. It was crazy, really good. Whatever, to each his own. Everybody can make up their own minds on whatever it is they care to believe in and not believe in, but pretty cool stuff on there. And so anyways, freaking babbling because I'm like, my train of thought is gone. I'm gonna send that to Steve and email that to him to see what he thinks on that one. I don't know. I don't know if he's probably, if anybody has seen, maybe not with their own two eyes, but through somebody else's eyes, if anybody has seen something like that before, it's probably Steve. He's had some, like I say, he's had some crazy experiences. So I've had a good rest. I'm gonna keep heading up the ridge here, up the river, and then I'm gonna make a loop back to the road. The road's kind of off to my northwest here, and I'm getting out of here. Sorry, guys. Remember when I said to you, listen to Mother Nature and pay attention to your surroundings and all that? I meant it. And when you see or hear or feel stuff, if you get that feeling in your bones that something's not right, listen. And I always have. If I get that feeling that there's something just not right, and like I say, I can just be an animal, a grizzly, a cougar, a black bear, whatever. You get that feeling, listen, your body will tell you the truth, and it could be weather's coming in, whatever. If you get the urge that you're like, this is not cool, man, I got to get out of here, then get the hell out of there. Better to be safe than sorry. And I just don't like, I don't like creepy shit, right? I don't mind grizzlies, and I don't mind animals, and I don't mind being out in the dark, hundreds of miles from civilization by myself. I enjoy it. It's what I love, but I don't like creepy shit. And that, my friends, was creepy. So we're gonna keep trucking. All right. Well, back to the truck. Thank goodness, because the weather really changed. Pounded rain last little bit, and yeah, the snow is just a few hundred feet above me here. So I am back to the truck, and that's good because I didn't want to be out there anymore. Not this area. I mean, my truck's probably 5K, 4K from where I was, but I don't know. What'd you do today? Well, I went for a little hike and saw a freaking carcass hanging from a tree about 12 feet up. I don't even know what to say to anybody. But I do know that I need a hot cup of coffee, and I'm going to burn out of here and make plans for another day. Today is over, and this area is dead to me, literally, for now. Okay, I'll catch you later. Out.